We're gonna be doing that again here pretty soon. So only do send a guest. Parker, do you ever do the trans debate? Yes, we do. We will be doing that here pretty soon. We're gonna go on to the first person here again. If you think that it's okay to use slurs, if you're not a part of the community, send a guest request right now, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 22.
For sure. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Well, I personally don't mind if people use slurs to me, right? And so, like, I get called ginger and stuff like that all the time. It doesn't bother me. I think that when people say can I say N-word, like, is that an okay way to word it? Or
Yeah,
I just can't say the actual word?
Yeah, do you say the actual word?
No, but like when people say it to me, I don't. It doesn't bother me, even though they're white most of the time.
So it doesn't bother you that white people are saying it? Why not?
Because it doesn't affect me in a harsh way. Just like when people call me cisgendered, it doesn't bother me in a bad way.
Yeah, because it's not cisgender is not an offensive word. Neither is ginger. Neither of those are slurs.
Well, I mean, ginger has the exact same letters that everything else has. So, I mean, I feel as though it was used as a...
Wait, just because something has the same letters doesn't mean they're ordered in the same way. That means it's a different word.
Okay. I actually wanted to talk to you about the psychic thing, because I'm talking to the planet Mercury, and so she actually knows some stuff about you.
Okay, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider it to be okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Oh, they just left. All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. People are saying they want Sassy Parker. Maybe we'll get it. We're almost to that point, chat, honestly, at this point. We're going to go to the next person. Again, I don't know why it's not accepting people. We're trying to get someone up here. Only send a guest request if you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community, chat. All right, we're going to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you consider it to be okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you turn the... Oh,
yeah,
you got
I turned it off. That was my fault.
Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
So I'm just going to make this quick and simple. Don't want to argue. I do think everybody has a right to use any slurs or whatever they want to say, but people have to understand freedom of speech does not mean that you are free from consequences. So go ahead, say whatever you want. Call me gay. Call me this.
Do you think it's okay to use the N-word if you're not a part of the community?
Yes. Freedom of speech. Still,
so you think it's okay? You think there's nothing wrong? So you think there's nothing wrong with a white person saying the N-word?
Do I think there's nothing wrong? Yes, I do think there's something wrong. But who am I to take
okay,
away
so you don't think it's okay, but I appreciate
rights?
That's not what we're arguing here. We're not arguing it's illegal, right? We're literally arguing, is it okay? Right? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Why is bro like in the shower? Like, bro, what's going on? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
32 years old.
For sure. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
No, I don't, but I just want to say that I'm the better Parker.
That's false. Dude, get him off my live. No one else can be Parker. That's such a lie. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 23. How you doing, brother?
Do you think that's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Honestly, no. I completely agree with the whole, hey, you know what? If you're not part of the community, do not...
Just looking for some debates, everyone. Only send a guest request if you think that's not okay to use slurs if you're... I mean, if it's okay to use... Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Bro?
How old are you? Hello?
Yo, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
For sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Yes, of course, bro.
Why so?
Because fuck them, bro. Who cares?
Yeah, so you think it's okay to use the N-word if you're white?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's just a word.
Okay, do you think it's okay to make fun of the fact that someone got raped because they're just using words?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to make fun of genocide because you're just using words?
No, that's different.
Why is that different?
Because genocide is real, bro.
Yes, so is racism that's attributed with the N-word.
No,
So is the discrimination that's existed throughout history attributed with the N-word. So is the slavery attributed with the N-word. So is Jim Crow attributed with the N-word. Are we not going to recognize those things?
But bro, my white grandfather was a slave too.
You said your grandfather was a slave owner?
Yeah, bro. And he was white.
Or someone who was a slave?
No, and he was white.
Someone who was white and a slave or a slave owner?
No, he was a slave. In Croatia.
Where? In Croatia?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what was your point? Is that to dispute racism and discrimination in America?
No, you brought slavery up. So
Yeah, I brought it up to show that like this particular word was used to invoke depersonalization attitudes that were meant to justify slavery.
Oh, but I'm not justifying slavery by saying the N-word, bro. I'm just saying.
You understand that it was used within the context of justifying slavery?
Yeah,
because
it was,
it's used to create a
it's not anymore.
depersonalization effect?
Yeah, but it was used. Now it's not. Now it's just a word we use in the rap songs.
It's not just a word that's used in rap songs, right? Again, it still has the historical context. You understand that, right? It still has that meaning.
Well, sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro. Okay, so again, why is it okay to make fun of genocide, but it's not okay to make fun of, why is it okay to make fun of racism and violence attributed with that, but it's not okay to make fun of genocide?
Because genocide is like a whole different thing, bro.
I understand they're different things, but I'm saying why is it okay to joke about one but not the other?
No, you know what? You're
Or
right.
to literally like demean one and not
You
the
know
other.
what it is with the N-word? Some white people can say it, you know? And I'm Albanian, and we got the N-pass.
Dude, that's ridiculous. No, you
No, I
don't.
swear, bro. Ask
It's
every,
wrong.
black
It's
fan.
still wrong for you to use the word.
No, but to them it's not. They gave me the N pass, so how is it wrong?
To who? Just because someone says that it's okay for you to use it does not mean it's okay for you to use it.
Well, why, bro?
What do you mean why? Again, because of the historical context of the word. Okay, so if someone said it was okay to make fun of genocide, would it then be okay to make fun of genocide?
Which genocide? That's pretty funny to make.
Which genocide? Which genocides is it okay to make fun of and which is it not?
The Jew ones.
Oh, fuck off, bro. You're just a shitty person.
I'm
You
not,
think it's
bro,
you think
relax.
it's okay to make fun of a genocide associated with Jewish people, but you think it's not okay in other circumstances?
Yeah, bro. Sometimes you have
Do you
to-
realize the hypocrisy in your statements, bro?
Yeah, but sometimes you have to, bro.
Yeah. What do you mean you have to?
Just to survive, you know?
Bro, you guys don't.
You don't have to. You don't have to make fucking jokes about genocide to survive.
Well, you know what it is, bro? I think it's just okay.
Do you not realize the hypocrisy there?
I do, but you know what it is?
You do?
When they use N-words in rap songs, I like. Why can I not just use it in my day, in like my life? You know?
Yeah, because it has harmful connotation historically.
But if they do that in rap songs, why? How is that not like wrong?
Because they're a part of the community.
Are they a part of slavery?
They weren't necessarily enslaved, but they're a part of the community in which this particular word is meant to demean or attack, right? So if they're a part of the community, there's no issue there, right? If someone is not a part of the community, there's an issue there. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let's say if my grandfather was a Jew and he got murdered, can I make fun of Jews getting murdered?
If your grandfather was no, not just because you're again are you Jewish? Would it be it'd be okay to use slurs attributed with it?
Oh,
Right? If you're talking about or like a claiming reclamation of that word. If there are words targeted towards people who are Jewish, there's reclamation that you can engage in.
yeah. Okay, bro. I'm sorry. I will think about my life.
Okay.
I love you, bro.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you think that it's okay to say slurs if you're not a part of the community. Everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 750,000 likes. Again, if you want to help get out to more people, keep sharing the live. Let's try to get to 1,000 shares, everyone. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
For sure. Do you consider it to be okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Yeah, but I don't think it's right to kink shame, so.
So why do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Well, some people that's not okay, but it's okay to use them. Like, you shouldn't kink shame people. I don't think that's very nice.
Oh my god, dude. Are you trolling? Can you just not?
I love you.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Bruh. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
29.
Yeah, do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
I don't think it's okay to use slurs at all. I just don't think.
Just looking for some debates. Just looking for some debates, everyone. Or everyone, all right, we're almost there. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay, we're not getting this person. We're going to the next. Everyone, only send a guest request if you disagree. If you think that it's okay to use slurs and you're not a part of the community, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey man, I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2005.
Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
I don't think it's okay to use slurs at all.
All right, I am just looking for people who disagree, who want
Well, I disagree with you.
Well, not the topic. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 39.
For sure, you're a little far from your mic. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
So it's a kind of interesting one because I'm going to tell you about an experience traveling to South Africa, and this is a country that has experienced apartheid, and this is very recent experience with
So do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
If it's in music, people outside of the United States don't know anything about American history. They listen to the music, they play the music, they say all the words. They're not excluding the words because they don't know American history at all. So I think for Americans, it's not okay for us to use the word, but we cannot possibly tell the rest of the world that they cannot use the word. When it's in music, they're not going to understand.
Yeah, we should tell them not to do it, especially when there's a context of history within their country. Context of racism. Appreciate the head massage.
We just send our music, right? We send our music. People listen to the music, and the word is rife in our American rap. It's all over in our music, right?
Just because it's in music doesn't mean it's okay to say it.
So why do
right?
we
Because
have
those
it in
are
our
people
music?
a part of the communities.
And why do we have it in our music? Now we're talking about
Because those are people a part of the communities reclaiming the word.
17-year-olds who listen to the music. They in South Africa. They have no idea anything. They don't have any clue about American history. They just listen to music. That's it. They don't want to, they don't care about the politics. They don't know African American history. They don't know white history in United States. They don't know anything about this. They just listening to music. That's it.
Yeah, so if a white person in America,
yes, we can send music, but now you're saying that we should tell them not to use the word, but how?
Yeah, we should teach them to not use the word. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so how
and it is the case also. I just want to reference.
How will you send this information to a 16-year-old in South Africa listening?
The internet exists. The internet exists. Right, we're doing it right now. We unironically are doing it right now.
What are you doing right now? Like how?
We're sending information to people around the world. Right.
How? And how do you know that the 16-year-old...
What do you mean how? The internet. We're doing it right now. 3,000 people are watching.
The 16-year-old is not going to listen to... And of course, they have limited... they can listen to music. They get music via DVDs. They actually still get music via...
Hold up. Can I ask you one question? So if there's a white person in America that does not know the context of slavery, the context of Jim Crow, doesn't understand the history at all, and says the N-word, is it okay?
I find it hard to believe that white people in America don't know African.
Oh, there are many white people in America that literally don't know.
And they don't know that.
Because they're literally not taught. So, is it okay?
I know that, and I'm not trying to say that it's okay to use the word. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there are people who definitely use the word and don't know its context. And
so is it okay, yes or no, in this context?
For white people in United States?
In America that just don't know the context at all.
No,
is it okay?
I find that very hard to believe. This is not a geographical...
Come on, there are absolutely people in the U.S. that do not know. I've talked to people who don't know.
Disgusting.
So is it okay for them to use the word?
No.
So again, not knowing the context, right, isn't a justification for using the term then.
Not knowing the context. I think it's okay if they don't know the context, yes.
Okay, well, I just gave you a scenario where they didn't know the context in the United States and you still said that it was wrong.
I think in the United States it's very difficult to get that because of the teaching here, because of the history, because of it's known throughout.
So there's not a single person in America that doesn't know?
I find that hard to believe.
You don't think there's a single person in America that doesn't know?
That doesn't know the N-word?
Doesn't know the history behind the
N-word.
N-word.
The N-word is wrong. They don't.
You want me to give you an example? People who are Amish.
Parker, there's a lot of white Americans who don't know African American history, who don't even know white history.
Wait, that's exactly what I'm saying. So like, if there's a white person in America that doesn't know, is it justify them using it?
You know that N-word. You don't have to know. You don't have to know that. Entire white history or entire black history to know that the N-word is wrong, because it's known, it's said, you see it in the news, you see references, you see all of that.
Not in this scenario. I'll give you a scenario. Someone who's Amish.
And so
I could send you videos where people who are Amish tell you that they don't know the context of the word.
How do they use the N-word? Are they using it just in music, or are they using it? So how are they using it?
They use it to refer to someone.
In a negative way, like I'm saying, because it's in music.
Not in a negative way. Just use the word in general.
The use of it in music. We can
talk about it if let's say they use it in music.
Possibly think using the N-word in music, and it's used in sometimes actually in most of music is used in a positive way. Excuse me. We cannot possibly think that this does not have an impact. We cannot possibly think that people aren't using this word, and it's not encouraging people to use this word. So I think that music is encouraging people.
Hold up. No. So because it's not reinforcing people a part of the community using the term. All it is people who are who are a part of the community. Not a part of the community, by the way.
I think it's a consequence, and not for us to debate. It's a consequence for the African American community to talk about, because they are using it in music. We cannot possibly know the consequence.
So can I? Yeah. So it is the case that, again, it's not reinforcing someone who's not a part of the community.
Because that is a consequence.
So it's again, I'm going to mute you if you just like keep doing the same thing, right? I just I don't know. I don't normally mute people again, right? I just want to be able to like have a back and forth conversation, right? So it is the case that, oh crap, I literally just like fucking forgot. I literally bruh, you can say what you're saying. I can't remember what I was saying, to be honest. You can unmute yourself, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that. Millions of people in the world, Parker, listen to African American rap, and they listen to the music, they listen to the N-word in a positive way, and they say it. Why are they going to stop? They don't know it. They don't know. And yes, it's never, and they're not. Look, in the United States, we can say, well, it's not an excuse to use the N-word, because we in the United States, in Croatia, that the previous guy was from, in South Africa, where I've seen actually people use it, and they're not racist people. They're good people. They're just using it because they learned it from rap. So I can't possibly say that those people are racist, or those people are
they're engaging in racist acts by using the word, right?
No.
That's the point.
No,
but the idea is that we can tell them.
I think this is when I saw it, actually. This is when I saw, wait a minute, these people use the word in a very, very different context. I left the United States. I went to another country. I've seen the media that they are exposed to. They don't know anything about American racism. They just hear the music.
So is it okay for an Amish person in the United States to use the word because they don't know the context?
Depending on how it's being used. If they use it in rap. Yes, I think it's okay.
Okay. So why do you think it's okay? Right? You think it's okay because it doesn't harm someone? Or?
It's okay because they're using it in rap context. Yes, it's not okay for me to use it. I personally would not use the word, but because...
Wait, why wouldn't you use the word?
Sorry?
Why wouldn't you use the word? If you think it's completely okay to say, why wouldn't you use the word?
I'm aware of African American history. I'm aware of the terrible things associated with the word, right? Because I've read it. Now, if I did not read all of that, if I did not know African American history, if I did not know white history, and I just listened to rap, then that is the only context I have.
Should they stop using the word, though?
People in South Africa, I don't think they will, because they don't know it.
No, I'm asking, should they stop?
Who's they? Who's they?
The people in South Africa that we were just talking about. That's what they means in that context, is what we just referenced.
I don't think so. No, because they don't have they don't.
So they should continue saying the N-word, is what you're saying.
They're not saying it in the American context. Very, very important. And I think you're ignoring the consequence of using this word in rap music. There is a consequence to that, Parker. There's a strong consequence of using words in music. People aren't going to stop in the middle of a song and not say a word. They're going to sing the song.
Wait, that's exactly what you can stop saying it. I do that.
Well, I do that, right? Well,
you do that too. So you can do that. So I don't know why you're saying that. Oh my God, they can't stop talking. Why can't they stop?
I don't think it's important to them.
Why can't they stop?
Because they don't care about American history. They don't care. They don't know.
It doesn't matter if they don't care about American history. It's still the case that the American history is relevant in terms of whether or not it's okay for a particular person who's not a part of the community to use the word.
They are not a part of the community. South Africans are not a part of African American community. They are using it because
I said that they weren't. Exactly. That's exactly what I said, right? White South Africans, right, are not a part of that community. Therefore, they should not say the word.
But they listen to, white South Africans are a little bit of a special case, right? But the people that were using this word, they were not white South Africans. They were actually black teenagers in South Africa. They have zero idea.
Again, I told you there was no issue with people who are part of the community, again, reclaiming the word.
No, they don't consider themselves part of the community. Why are you considering them part of the community?
Because they're black.
No, they don't consider themselves Black American.
What are you talking? Again, you don't have to be Black American to say the term.
Oh,
you understand this has been used not only in the context of America, but literally globally.
People and other lands and other countries and their context. You need to do that. You cannot possibly debate about things and a community you don't know. You cannot possibly debate about a world you don't know and haven't seen.
What are you talking about? I'm referencing they're a part of the community.
I'm just
when we're referencing the community,
the same thing. You keep asking, can they say they're not part of the community? Can they say the whole world is not part of the African American community? The whole world, but they listen.
I'm not saying just African American people. I'm saying black people.
In Africa?
Yeah, black people. They could be in Africa. They could be in America. They could be in Europe. They could be anywhere.
Well,
if you're in Europe and you're black, right, you can say the N-word. If you're in Africa and you're black, you can say the N-word. If you're in North America and you're black, you can say the N-word.
Why?
What's that?
Why should they be able to say it? They're not part of the African American community?
You don't have to be part of the African American community. You just have to be black, right? That's the idea.
Interesting. Now you're saying that the N-word applies to all black people all over the world. That's what you're saying.
It actually has something globally speaking that has, yes.
Now, a black person in South Africa, they don't know that.
And?
They don't know that. That's an interesting thing because they don't know that. They don't care about that word.
Okay. What's your point?
So how can they think that the word is offensive if they don't even care about it, if they don't know it?
There are some people that do think it's offensive, right? You're just referencing there are some people that don't think it's offensive. I don't know what you're talking about.
They don't know it, so they don't know it's offensive. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
If an individual doesn't know, right, and they don't know it's not offensive, right?
I'm saying
clearly speaking, that's because of the information that they have. I appreciate the duck. Thank you so much. Given the historical connotation, right, clearly that would be the case.
I think it's important for you to understand your own topics here, Parker, really.
Am I not understanding anything?
No.
What am I not understanding?
I think you need to travel. And
Can you tell me what I'm not understanding?
I think you need to see those people because you're saying that the N-word applies to all black people all around the world. They don't know it.
What are you talking about? Right? Again, it absolutely is the case that it has, historically speaking, been applied in a global. Hold up. Can I respond, please, ma'am? Ma'am, can I please respond? So historically speaking, it has been used in an international context.
But very strongly in the United States, right? If sure it has, but if these people don't know, they don't use it. It hasn't reached their general culture. How can we say, okay, you guys know the N-word, you better stop using it, and when you come to the part of the song, then you better stop. We can't enforce that. We can't tell them that.
Yeah, you should stop. Wait, just whether or not we can enforce them to end up doing that is a different argument. We're saying they shouldn't be doing this. We're saying it's wrong for them to do this.
So why do we have it in our music?
Again, because it's an individual who's a part of the community. So it's not reinforcing. It's not reinforcing people who are not a part of the community. Hey, ma'am, every single time I speak, you just like simply want to cut me off. I'm really confused what's going on here.
Go ahead.
Right. So it's not reinforcing people who are not a part of the community using the terminology.
Sorry. Repeat yourself, please. I didn't hear that.
Again, when someone who's a part of the community is using the term, it's not reinforcing someone who's not a part of the community using the term, because it's not someone who's not a part of the community using the term.
I'm still going to, because what I've seen, and I called, or I started talking because of this this experience I've had when I traveled outside the United States, and actually, and I'm not black, right? So I walked up to these teenagers and I said, hey, and I started to, just chat, and they said, hey, what's up, nigga? They told me that, and I was,
Wait, you said you're black, by the way?
No, I'm not.
You're not black. Why'd you just say the N-word? Why'd you just say the N-word?
Well,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Told me.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why didn't you just say N-word? Why didn't you just say N-word?
Me.
Why didn't you just say the N-word? Like the N-word. Say like in quotations, the N-word.
Oh.
Why'd you actually say the word?
Because I also was not born and raised in the United States, so it doesn't mean much to me.
Oh, okay. So you earlier in this conversation said, I wouldn't say that. I think I shouldn't say that because I understand the historical connotation of the word. And now you legitimately just said it in front of fucking 3,500 people. What do you mean? This is in an American context. Most of the people that listen, right, to the lives are from America. So you just said it would be wrong for you to use it in America in a particular connotation like that. And you just literally did what you thought was wrong.
And I never call other people that. No, we don't do that.
You literally just did it in front of people.
I told you what the guy called me, how he greeted me.
Again, you could have just said N-word in quotations, like not using the actual terminology.
Sure. Okay, sure. Great. I'll do
What do you mean, okay, sure?
I'll do that. So he said...
Doesn't acknowledge the fact that you literally just did it in front of almost 4,000 people.
And they know the context. They know that I've been talking about the... And
it's still wrong, right? There's not a context that in which you could say it, in which it would be justified for you to say it.
This hypersensitivity about the word is just...
This isn't hypersensitivity. This is calling out bullshit. This is calling out dumb shit. You literally understand the history behind the word, and then you still use the fucking word. That shows that you don't care about the history.
No, we do care about the history. I think you are the problem here. White Americans and your warped idea, you are trying to talk about it.
This isn't me. This isn't just me.
No,
I don't know why you're trying to portray it as that.
Decide. You are no one to be talking about that community and what that community should decide for themselves. I think African Americans should be talking about this.
Wait, so you understand that, again, even if you're not a part of the community, you can say it's wrong for this to be the case. And an overwhelming amount of black people in America absolutely say this. And I can bring my friends up right now who can say that. And I absolutely do bring up people who are part of the community to do that. Would you like me to do that right now? I have a friend right now. Would you like that?
So wait, you're saying, I don't know, it's very strange.
Would you like that? Would you like that?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Everyone say W Lux in the comment section right now.
Thank you for adding me, Parker.
What's up, Lux?
What's good? How are you?
Doing great, of course.
So, I am an African American woman, and I very much think that it's not okay for people that are not black to use the N-word in any way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, the history of the N-word was to dehumanize and take away the actual, sense of blackness, and to consider black people as animals or lesser than, or not even people at that. So I find it interesting that you came on this panel and used the N-word in front of 4,000 people to justify it or to explain some type of story. There's multiple people that can even censor themselves with even curse words around family members. So why is it that you chose to not censor yourself on this panel?
Like I said, I think the hypersensitivity about this is between white Americans and black Americans. Most other people do not have that. We simply do not have, we don't use it, yes, but the hypersensitivity about it is between those groups. When you go outside any other culture, you're not going to have this. And saying that every other culture in the world should have the same level of hypersensitivity, the same level of sensitivity towards the word is just not realistic, because most people don't. I've never experienced that. Growing up, I've never experienced anyone saying the N-word or saying not to say the N-word, right?
Okay.
But when I came to America, I've learned about it. And I don't use it. Yes, I've said it right now, but come on, we said it because I was telling you about.
So you're saying you don't say it, but you just openly said that in front of thousands of people. So you're honestly contradicting yourself right now.
This person, I didn't know him, but I think they thought that all Americans are referred to this way. So he referred to me in that way, right? And I told you that I was just extremely nervous and uncomfortable. Then I asked him, like, why did you say that?
What made you nervous and uncomfortable? Was this a black person that said this to you?
It was a black teenager, but
okay.
He was, I think. I didn't ask him about, his race or whatnot. I was just talking. They were a group of people. And
so what about that makes you
Did you just say
nervous?
you didn't ask him for his race? I'm confused what you're trying to say.
No, why would I do that? I was just approaching them. They were in a tuck shop. I was just approaching them. Why would you ask someone's race?
So what made you nervous and uncomfortable?
Yeah, she didn't ask you that. You don't have to ask someone. What?
I don't understand. What are you saying? Are we getting muffled?
It seems like you're getting a little muffled here. But honestly, at the end of the day, just because that guy said that, he was a black man, so he had the right to use the N-word whenever he chooses. The way that black people in America use the N-word is like my brother, my sister, things like that. That's how we use it in our own context. So like we reclaimed the word and took it back from being a derogatory term against us from our people. So that's why we use that word. When it comes to you, it's not your place to use it in any way, shape, or form, or to even give an example with that. If you understood what I was saying, you wouldn't cut me off.
I do understand what you're saying, but I also think that there are flaws in this. I do think that there are flaws in this. You guys don't know. I mean, this is America. United States is just 400 million people. We have 8 billion people on this planet. 7.6 billion people listen to rap music and they don't care about American history. You guys need to know that.
You're telling me this like I don't know that people don't care about American history. That still does not justify or, give people the right of way.
If you think that, Lux, then we have to say, okay, we don't get to use this word and spread it across the world and have them know or expect them not to say it when it's in our rap music, and we glorify the word in rap music. And this is what kids all over the world listen to. This is what
So you're telling black people that they shouldn't use the N-word in rap songs just because it's our culture? Rap culture and rap music and like African American culture, we use that word in our music. That does not mean that you can use it.
If it's really that point for you, if you really think that other people should not be using it, so when I think the music transfers to other countries, there's always some kind of you could do that, right? You could say, hey, let's not add these words. Let's cut an edit or something on the N-word when we send this outside of the United States, because these people don't know, they don't understand, and they won't use it. But if we just send it, of course, why would we send anything if we don't want people to use it? Why would we do that? It doesn't make any sense.
There's words that I choose to not use that other people of other cultures use. Like, for instance, people that are of Hispanic descent, they have certain slurs that they may joke with their friends and use to one another. But that doesn't mean that because they use that I feel like I have the right to say that to them just because they're my friend or just because they associate with people in that community. So slurs that are used within like the LGBTQ plus community that people use among each other, the F slur. But if I'm not a part of that community, I would not choose to use that slur. It's not that hard. It's not really that complicated to understand. I don't really feel like it needs that much context or depth for you to understand that there are certain things that you just don't do.
Hey, let's let Lux finish real quick, please.
I don't think that you need as much context or understanding for other people to just like have a level of respect. No, there's not going to be any laws on the book for people to not use the N-word amongst one another. But at the end of the day, like those words can still be used to this day to put down my people, my community, and black people in specific. It's been done to this day. There are still like laws on the book and systemic racism that happens to this day that affects people of color. And until that is over with, we cannot sit up here and allow people to use slurs against people of color just because you feel like it's your right.
No,
if you want to do that, do it.
But Lux, no one said that. I don't think those teenagers who used the word, I don't think they were saying it's my right to. They did not know. I don't think they thought it was the right.
She never said it was wrong for those teenagers to say it. They were black.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, right? Because in South Africa, they don't identify as Black American. They just don't have this. I think they have Zulu and Xhosa.
Well, yeah, because that's South Africa in comparison to America. Like African, if you know the history, African American people, they identify as black or like African American because of the fact that like the transatlantic slave trade and, you know, erasure of our culture. So obviously like it wouldn't be the same, but we have a clear understanding.
That, right? How can we stop, like you're saying, okay, don't use the word for people who are abroad. How can we tell them don't use the word because this word is not acceptable, but it's in our music? How can we do that? What's the solution for that?
What's the solution? Simple as this, don't use it. There's multiple people that I've been around that they do know that. There's a lot of people that know that. I've been to frat parties with all predominantly, I'm talking about maybe I was the second to third black person there. The N-word came on rap songs. We were doing full on like karaoke with the N-word and everybody skipped it. I didn't see not one person use the N-word that night.
Is this in America?
And I honestly was proud. Yes, in America.
Well, this is America. I'm asking about the rest of the world. I'm asking about the rest of the world.
Yeah, we're saying why should it be considered different?
I'm asking about parties in the Arabic world or parties in North Africa or now all of these people who are not black, parties in I don't know East Asia.
I don't know. If someone sees something and they see that it's a problem, then you speak out and not be a quiet voice.
We expect that they are so well informed. That's what we're expecting. We're expecting the world to be so well informed that they know the N-word and they know how not to use it. They know the sensitivity around it. We expected them.
Yeah. We should inform people of this. That's why we host platforms like this to inform people of this. Right. And the thing is, even when they still use it like the way that you've used it. That's the point. You know the history. You know what's wrong with the term, and you still decided to use it. So I don't think it's necessarily an education issue. I think it's the fact that people are not willing to acknowledge the fact that they're doing something wrong.
I'm willing to listen to that. I'm okay listening, and it's good. Thank you. You see, I don't have that deep. So I think my children will have it because they are born and raised in the United States. So I think they're going to grow up with this sensitivity where every day you hear like people saying, "Ooh, this word" or "N word." They're going to have that. But if you are not born and raised with that, we never hear it. We never come across it, right?
Can I ask you about your word choice? Why do you say sensitivity when it comes to slurs or when it comes to black people being offended by the N-word? What do you mean by sensitivity? I don't think it's any sensitivity. I feel like it's just the level of, it's disrespect. Like it's not sensitivity. We're not sensitive about it. We're just being disrespected and dehumanized.
I agree.
And considered basically an animal.
I agree
lesser
with it
than
your side, but from the side of the teenagers I talked about, they don't have the sensitivity and they all of them were not black, by the way. It's a very diverse place, South Africa. So all of them were not black, and they use the word freely.
Okay.
So they didn't have the sensitivity. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have the sensitivity that we have here in America about the word because they don't grow up with it. They don't have their parents saying don't.
Yeah,
they don't have
because black people are not a monolith. Like, black people are not all the same, so we aren't all going to think the same either. There's a majority of black people that may say, hey, you can use the N-word. There's also a big chunk of us that say, hell no, I don't want you to use that or say that around me. Because at the same time, if my black brother says the N-word to me, I can say that back and forth with him. But let's say that you use the N-word. You can use that in a derogatory way to put me down as a person. That's the difference in black people using it and other people that are non-black using it.
Now, let me talk about when I used it right now. I used it in a different context when I told you what those teenagers called me. Did you think that I was using it as a slur toward you?
I wouldn't say that you were using it as a slur towards me, but what I will say is that it can be used in that way. And the way that you said it, you really could have just skipped over it without saying it at all. Like, I felt like it was unnecessary. If you say that you don't use the word at all, if you're giving context to a situation, I can literally say, hey, he called me the F word instead of saying the actual word.
I don't know what the F word is, but okay. I understand you. So yes, I'm glad that you see that I was not meaning it as a slur. It was in a general conversational context. So I think that's also important. Anyways, I'm still going to say, I know that I can see your side, but I also think there's another side. There's not just one side to the story. And I think it's important for us because most conversations, most things have different sides of the story. There isn't just one side, especially with the word, and especially with it being used in music that's incredibly impactful in the world.
Do you feel like it's black people's responsibility to educate white people or non-black people about our struggles?
No, it's not your responsibility. I think that's an interesting one. I think that is not black people's responsibility. But for the N-word being used in rap, I think that all rappers should stop. That's my thing. Just because this has changed before I didn't have an opinion, right? I didn't know.
Rappers should stop, but you just didn't skip over the word? Let's just not acknowledge the fact that you literally just said the word.
So I know you're using that as a way to get viewers, and that's okay.
Really?
A way to get viewers? Whoa. I'm pointing out a contradiction.
Okay. So
why should rappers accommodate to you because you don't know how to skip a word?
We talked about it, and I wanted her to know that it was not it wasn't malice. I was talking about someone who called me that because he thought that all Americans are this way. That's what he thought, and that was very enlightening or funny or interesting to see. Then I realized, no, rap music, if we don't want people using the word, we just should not use it.
Wow. So once again, why do you think that black people should accommodate to you just because you don't know how to skip a word?
For black people in their music, not all black people. I'm talking about the rappers.
Rappers, yeah. Why should rappers accommodate to you?
They aren't accommodating people, right? They want to spread. No one's asking to accommodate them. If you want people to not use this word, now listen. Imagine rappers who use this word.
Wait, you said you want them to stop because then it will indicate that other people will not be saying the word in other countries. So it's because they can't acknowledge the history.
We don't know what the rappers think. We don't know what they're doing, right? Because there are different class of people as well. They're in the 1% making billions. We don't know what they think about it. They might be even using it as I don't know. But so if they use the word and they have, let's say they go to South Africa, the exact place that I went to. And they have a concert, and they're singing the song, and their fans are singing along with them. I don't think that their fans are going to stop and say whatever, and then move on or skip the word.
Okay.
Then we've got a problem.
Can I ask you what? Oh, sorry, Parker.
Oh no, your looks are good. I was just saying that then we have a problem there.
Definitely do. Can I ask you a question? What is your race?
My race is irrelevant. I'm not going to mention that.
How is it not irrelevant? I mean, how is it irrelevant?
My race is. I'm not going to discuss race with you guys. I'm not black.
So you're not going to disclose that information to us? Why?
No. Why would it matter? No.
I think it would matter because it would definitely give more context to your position.
Oh, so you want to categorize. You want to use what you say no one should use, your race, to categorize you, to define and tell you who you are.
No, I'm saying it would give context and it would give better understanding from your perspective. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you were, let's say, of Asian descent, right? You're Asian. If you came up here and you were Asian and you were trying to justify using the N-word, there are multiple slurs that could be used against you as an individual that should not be used to you. So, yeah, I feel like if you are a person of color coming up here trying to justify a slur being used, it just gives, like, I don't know, very odd to me. And trying to be in proximity to...
I'm not Asian, no.
And supremacy, if you think about it. But I don't want to go
and
too
I don't
deep
know
into
any
that
Asian
one.
slurs. In fact, I don't know many slurs because I'm not around those people.
Okay, well, when it comes down to it, I don't go around people that or try to go around people that are racist, but I live in the South, so it happens. And people call slurs all the time. The first time I was called the N-word, I was in high school from another student. The first time I was told that I was not, I wasn't white and I was a black girl and I couldn't play with another student. I was, not a student, another kid. I was 5 years old. So when it comes down to it, the way that America is set up and the way that our society is, people of color, specifically black people, go through a lot of issues in our community. We are discredited, we are disrespected, and there's just a certain level of, okay, maybe I shouldn't use the N-word. That's not that hard. I don't really feel like it's that hard to understand. And I don't feel like black people have to educate you on that either. If you take the time and want to learn and you want to be anti-racist, you will do so. Parker doesn't have to use it.
There's enough resources on the internet. Yeah, like there's so many resources on the internet. Any person who has access to the phone who's on TikTok right now can know about this just by looking it up on Google.
So it's
free.
So you're saying all the people listening to rap music in the world, this was the only point, and I'm going to stick to that point. How do we educate them? How do we tell them, hey, stop saying that word?
Having platforms like this where we literally talk about this stuff, we get people to search it up.
But we're talking about billions of people. I understand what you're saying.
Yes, yeah, you understand that it doesn't just happen in one time.
Have it in a rap. Have it on the songs itself, giving a warning, like a smoking warning. Cigarettes are bad for you.
That would be governmental, and I mean, in that point again. I feel like the information is already there. Again, the point I'm calling out is that it's not just the information. We already called this out. We already talked about this. You had the information. You understood the history. And even understanding the history, you still engaged in using the terminology when you didn't have to.
That's like saying, oh, let's have a warning on every song for them having fuck in it. Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, an explicit warning context.
Maybe you should just listen to music that had censored music then, if it hurts that much. Like, you might want to just play the uncensored, the censored
N-word. No.
Yeah.
We'll just only send out the radio version.
I don't know
Oh God, listen to the radio at this point because we're not changing the way our music is to accommodate other people.
Then
rap culture is crazy.
There are consequences if we don't. If I say, for example, a slow word toward me is, I don't know, pancake, whatever it is, like some stupid thing, right? But now I can't use that word. I can't use that word and spread it in my music and then tell those people, hey, pancake is a bad word. Make sure you don't say that when you are.
That's a false equivalency.
We didn't make up a word, right? There's a history behind it of oppression, discrimination, unjust treatment. Is that not clear that there's a history behind it? That it's not just we're just taking a word and be like, oh, I'm just deciding to make this word bad.
No, I'm saying we can't expect others. I've always said that we can't expect others in the world to know and fully grasp. We just can't expect that. There's 8 billion people on this planet. There's no way we can expect them to be informed. Most people aren't informed about a lot of things, right? The mass is pretty ignorant. The mass is pretty uneducated. And now we're going to say, okay, here's the meaning of this word. Here's the Black American context. Here's how it was used. This is a long thing to go into for them. Those people don't read. Those people don't know. I'm not excusing their ignorance, but I am excusing their use of the word in this very limited context. I won't excuse it if they use it in a negative way. I won't excuse it if they use it as a slur, but I will excuse it if they're using it only in the musical context.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, you know what, we can't expect everyone to know or to educate themselves, but if they choose to use that word and they use that word in a derogatory way around the wrong person, then we can't excuse or have any expectations for what reaction or response that they get. Definitely cannot. Like that's the problem here. If you choose not to educate yourself, and we're in 2023 by now, almost about to be 2024, and not know the context of the N-word at this point, which is everywhere. Everybody should know at this point. If you choose not to do so, then you cannot be upset if someone gets offended or if you get harmed because of so. Because the way that people and some people of color take slurs is different. You can actually be put in a position where you get harmed from it.
Again, Lux, you guys are moving back to the American context. People are going to get offended here. People are going to say...
In the UK as well. It's not just America where people don't like being called the N-word or like the word
in a place like the Middle East, in Yemen, they have no clue, right? Because most of their media is also not in English, and the rap songs they do get, they don't translate. They're just going exactly, and they're listening to the rap. They think it's amazing. They think it's cool. They love it, right? And that's wonderful. But again,
that's not true.
When they use the word, in their context, in their environment, not in America, no one's going to be offended.
That's not true, Tingles. So are you Yemeni?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I've lived in Saudi Arabia before, specifically in Jeddah, because my father worked there. And anti-blackness is also a huge issue in Jeddah. Actually, the Arabic version of the N-word is Zanji, right? So they have their own version of the N-word because they know the N-word is bad. And they also refer to Afro-Arabs or black Muslims as Abid or Abd, which means slave in Arabic. And so the anti-blackness very well exists in the Arabic context and the Middle Eastern context when they do refer to black people as slave, when they also refer to black people as Zanji, which means the N-word in Arabic. And actually there's a derogatory term for black people in a lot of languages. For example, in certain Indian languages, you use the word kala, right? Which means a derogatory term for black people. And so this idea that like there is no N-word version in each different language is not true. And I can tell you that as a person who has traveled globally, I am Afro-German myself as well, and I also have traveled globally. I can tell you that, for example, in South Africa, there's also the word kafir, which means the N-word in Afrikaans.
The word that they have there. And actually, it's a good thing that you pointed this out because, I'm going to tell you, it goes back to sensitivity. And the fact that you said the word, I think you can't say it like this in South Africa. You can never say it like that. Just like how in the United States, when I used the N-word, people were like, oh my God, look what you just did. Now in South Africa, you will never be able to say that word like that. You just can't do it. Right?
I don't. But that depends on.
You don't know the sensitivity. I
don't think it's sensitivity. I feel like you right? just have a source of. You just have a sense of entitlement.
Ask South Africans about that K word. It's never used.
Yeah, so that has to do with regards to like black South Africa. First of all, I'm a black woman, right?
Yes, the K word and the N word are very similar. I would say very similar, right? But nobody knows the N word in that context. So they do know the K word in that context. The N word is rap. The N-word is rap.
Wait, people know that it's derogatory. What are you saying? People globally, like I've been to, wait, hold on. I've been to South Korea. Hold on. I've been to South Korea. And in South Korea, specifically in Seoul and in Incheon, even though there is no significant black population in South Korea, the people that I met there, the Korean people who were not Korean Americans, they very well knew what the N-word meant. They knew it was derogatory, which is why when they used the N-word, when they did dress up in blackface, they never did it in the vicinity of black people. So if a country like South Korea that doesn't have a significant black population can very well know that the N-word is derogatory, why wouldn't a country like South Africa that has a significant black population know this? I'm a bit confused.
Because they have a different education, right? You see, that's an important thing too, because Korea doesn't have a black population, so they don't have their own people, their own kind of culture to go by, their own reference. South Africa does have their own reference. They have their own black people. They have their own words. They have their own languages, their own culture.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it does.
It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't, because we're talking about the N-word, and you said that people will not be educated about the N-word, and they won't know the context of the N-word.
You used a word like it was nothing. You used the K word like it was absolutely nothing.
Yes, right? Yes, I did. I was talking about words that are specifically geared towards black people.
I think even outside
as a black woman, I was as a black woman myself.
They have the context. They have. I'm not saying
as a black.
You talk a lot.
Okay, you did a bad thing by using that word. I didn't say that, right? But you guys are like, oh my God, you used the N word. No. I'm saying
no. You just definitely said it, and you're not black, so that's why people said, "Oh my God, you used the N word," and you felt entitled to say it too. I feel like you just have a.
Oh, she said the N word.
Yeah, you have a sense.
Literally
of
said it. Yeah, literally said it.
And why do you think you're allowed to say the N word when you're not black?
Why do you think you can say the K word?
I am a black woman.
No, but you're not from that country. You don't have
no, but I am a black woman, and you realize, you realize that the negative connotation that the N-word holds is applied to black people globally, right? All those negative words that I use if I were born in those countries, those words would have been applied to me. You are not a black woman. You are not black.
You were able to say
therefore the N-word would never,
because you don't have the same level of sensitivity about the K word. Now you're saying N word, but
that's not true. If a white person says the K word,
I will say nigga right now. Nigga.
It makes me faint. It gives me I have blood flowing from my eyes. That's how bad the word is. And you said it.
I know the word is bad. Wait, I tingles.
You are not entitled.
I have a friend of mine.
You do not have apartheid history. You have not.
I tingles.
You have not been, subjected to violent crime by white farmers. You don't have this.
Who told you that?
Did you use the word?
I tingles. I literally, one of my closest friends, right? Who's Afro-German himself, who used to be in the German military, had to leave the German military because a bunch of white Germans beat him up and broke his ribs while calling him the K word. They called him the K. 1 second, I'm not done. I am not done. They called him the K word. And they beat him up, and they were not held accountable that he had to leave the military. So that K word is used very much. Hold on. That K word is used against black people, especially black Europeans as well, by white Europeans who have spent time in South Africa. If a white person were to come to me and would say that word, it would have been a slur. If a black person says it, it's not a slur because it's used against black people. What part of that don't you understand?
So the K word is a slur in I would say that it's used throughout the Commonwealth because it started in the Arabic world and spread to South Africa with white South Africans and the Dutch East India Company taking that word. The K word means black in Arabic, right? But they took it and they used it as a slur. Now,
in Arabic, black is aswad. The K word is not black in Arabic. In Arabic, black means aswad or asmar. Asmar means dark. The K word is not Arabic.
Okay, so it is from the Middle East, right? And actually, but they took this word and they said, okay, we'll apply it as a slur to everyone within this continent, right? And the Europeans are aware of the word. Americans not so much. As you can see from the 5,000 people, and of course Parker himself, he was very relaxed about this word. But if he leaves this country, if he leaves this region, he's going to find that the K word is horrible.
He was relaxed about the word because another black person used that word, not because of the fact that he was relaxed about the word because another black person used it.
Lux, we're talking about words that people
But you explained the context to it, and he definitely was relaxed about it because a black person used it.
They don't know it, but it's not okay for someone.
She knows what it is. She's literally just said it. She said she knows what it means.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a right to use it. So it's
Wait, you didn't have the right to say the N-word on the panel, but you still used it. So what? You feel
It's in
entitled now?
context. Now we're
But you
talking about
definitely
context.
now you feel
Sakshi.
entitled.
Now I can tell that she did not use it with malice. She did not use it in malice.
No. What you're not going to do, the reason as to why I even listed off those slurs, right, is because I said that there are slurs that are used against black people in general globally, right? And when we as black people can use those slurs or not use them because all of those words are used against us. Those connotations affect us, whether we were affected by colonialism or whether we were affected by the transatlantic slave trade. Blackness and anti-blackness transcends borders, transcends nationalities, transcends ethnicities. I, as a black woman, am going to experience all of those different things regardless of what place I am in the world. That is what I said. I did not use slurs that that target other communities. I used particular slurs that target black people globally. You and I are not on the same level because you decided as a non-black person to use a slur that is not geared towards your community.
Yep. And that's the difference in the conversation that we're having right now. She explained it perfectly. And I feel like you didn't understand that when people were trying to explain to you that even using it in the context that you did was still considered disrespectful. You shouldn't have used it in the first place, and then you tried to justify it. And then when she explains this, you're saying that now she doesn't have the right to use that word, but now you felt entitled with what? But how could you feel? You're kind of contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself, though. How can you feel entitled to use that word in whatever context you felt like, but because she's using the word that is used against her people and people of color and black people specifically, now she shouldn't use that word? I feel like you're contradicting yourself right now.
I acknowledge that using the word because I said I didn't grow up with that sensitivity. It is a sensitivity.
It's not sensitivity, sweetie. It's disrespect. It's dehumanizing. It's derogatory.
Yes, but for Black Americans, it's a very real problem, a real issue, right? But for me or for my family, it's not going to be that way.
Okay, if that's the case, then why is it when that black boy called you that you got offended?
Because I just arrived. I got off the plane from America. I just arrived from America.
Okay.
Right. And I learned this word is bad. And people should not use it. Now, if you asked me this, maybe, I think even 6 years ago, I would have not known. I literally would have not known this word. One, just because I don't really listen to music, right? But I literally would have not known this word.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I asked you, I'm going to ask you again. Why is it when that black boy called you the N-word and was speaking to you in a manner that you were offended by that if people are so sensitive? Why is that? You're not black, so I don't understand why you would be offended in the first place, but I genuinely want to know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So he used it because, by the way, he's not. I don't think he was like black. I think he was mixed. So black. I think he was colored.
He's still black.
In South Africa, if you told a
that doesn't matter. Can we not do the long-winded? Can you answer the question?
No.
Why is it that you were offended by the N-word when that black boy called you the N-word? If people are so sensitive.
Highly offensive. Go to South Africa and see this.
Well, here in America, the reason why colored is derogatory also is because of the fact that at one point during segregation and things of that nature, there were colored on water fountains and whites on the other. That's why. Because we were segregated at one point. We could not go in the same restrooms. We could not go in the same restaurants. We could not go in the same bathrooms. We could not go in the same pools. We could not go anywhere, same schools. as
Yeah, and
as
I
as
see a
the
lot of people in the comment section asking if, wait, colored is derogatory. Yes, in the United States, guys, it is, but not in South Africa. In South Africa, it's a very legitimate term. Anyways, yeah, gotta go,
so you
guys.
didn't
Talk
yeah,
another
bye.
time.
You didn't answer any of the questions, so bad faith.
To be fair, some people who are considered colored in South Africa, like Trevor Noah, they do consider themselves black. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. The fact is that if a term is used against your community, you have every right to reclaim that term and reappropriate it linguistically. If it's not used against your community, then you have no right to reclaim it or reappropriate it linguistically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if she's still here, if she just can't figure out how to leave. I'm actually confused. She's just unpaused.
You're
So I'm
confused. I'm
really concerned.
confused.
Everything has been confusing today. Today's just been a really confusing day, to be honest. That was
Today?
wild.
Or was it when was AV on your platform before yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Ew, not him.
It was even worse. He got literally even worse. Like the same thing that happened to RC happened to AV.
Well, look, Parker.
Not like
I
the
can't
same thing in the
stand
same
him.
way, but like, yeah, I can't either. Not in the same way, but like he just like fell off the deep end, and it's like really bad.
I watched a little bit
I had
of
to
it.
like after like literally decompress because it was so bad.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it because I was like, oh my god. I watched a little bit of it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. AV is like yeah.
Yeah, no, it was not good.
No, but I think like with regards to this particular topic, when it does come to slurs, I think people don't understand that you cannot use a slur that you like that doesn't target your community, and also people need to understand that anti-blackness isn't unique to the global north. That you have to understand that anti-blackness is a global issue. When we look at how like skin bleaching is such a global monster when it comes to the beauty industry and how people bleach their skin. They inject glutathione into their skin in order to decrease their melanin because they do
Yes,
not
ma'am.
want to get in closer proximity to blackness, right? To darkness because of all the negative associations or connotations that are associated with blackness and dark skin color. People all around the world have internalized anti-blackness, and that is why there are slurs there towards darker skinned people of those communities, but also against black people in every language on every continent. So if anybody tries to sit here from another country and tell you like, oh, well, actually, we don't have racism in our country. We don't have anti-blackness in our country. We don't know what anti-black slurs are. They're flat out lying. Specifically, just talk to those communities, those black communities or darker skinned people of those communities, and they will literally tell you that those people are lying.
Can I piggyback on that real quick, Athena? So, also, I just wanted to tell you I love you. You're great. You're amazing. Always have been. But yeah, like I just wanted to go with the N-word situation. So I feel like this is kind of how I feel about like black culture in general. Like when it comes to black culture, black hairstyles, anything that comes with black culture, like we get ridiculed and disrespected on so many different things that we've created. Like when it came to the conversation of hip hop, we've infiltrated and influenced so many people across multiple different countries with our culture. And whenever we want to have at least a little bit of it or like gatekeep a portion of our culture, we're disrespected or we're told that we cannot share anything, or we have to share every portion of it. And I feel like this is the only thing with the black community that is affected the most with that. We're always told that we have to share portions of our culture and people want to share with that. But then when it comes down to black issues and when black people are disrespected or when we're losing our lives, nobody advocates or speaks out when it's really important. So how is it that you want to participate in black culture or with things that you think are fun and cool and trendy, but when black people are getting disrespected or unalived or, being...
Oh, Lux, it just cut you out.
Ooh, it It's that liberal Wi-Fi, Lux.
No,
Oh.
seriously though.
Oh no, it was my phone 10%. But I was just saying
Okay.
that like when black people are ridiculed or disrespected or we're losing our lives, nobody else speaks out actively during those time periods. But you want to say the N-word though, right? But if your friend's getting called a slur, we see someone being called multiple slurs, nobody speaks up unless it's really, unless you really want to, and I don't see it as often. So that's just something I wanted to bring up to the conversation, is the fact that everything that's about blackness that's trendy is cool for everyone, but when it's time to actually speak out, y'all don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. If y'all want to let me up at any point, just literally just like spam the comment section, and I'll be able to. I'll let y'all up again. Particularly, is there anything else y'all want to say right now?
W. Parker.
W. Appreciate it.
W Villain Parker. That's the Villain Parker. I'm gonna
Villain
give a
Parker.
W
Honestly,
to.
I need to make a Villain Parker account.
Please. Do you have a
I need to run
Discord?
the opposite. I do have a Discord.
I'm
It's in
gonna
my
join.
link tree in my bio.
Instead, but as like for your Villain Parker page, use the the seed of Chucky. Use
don't
that as a
actually.
profile picture. Just look up a seed of Chucky. I think that would
I
be
got you.
perfect. But anyways, bye
I'll
y'all.
look it up. Appreciate it. See you later. W Athena, W Lux. We're gonna go on to the next person. In the meantime, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. It will help get out to more people. Plus, if you want to share the live, it will also help get it out to more people. Copy link, send it to a few friends. If you think that it's okay to use slurs and you're not a part of the community, make sure to send a guest request right now. Again, I'm only looking for people who disagree, y'all. Let's go to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you think that it's okay to use slurs and you're not a part of the community. All right, everyone, let's go to the next person. Everyone, the seed of Chucky. I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, crap
Yo, what's up,
sticks.
how old are you?
I'm 23.
Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Just before you skip me, I'm from South Africa, so I just need to give a bit of context.
Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not part of the community?
Oh, no, I don't. I know you're looking for debates, but I just want to clear the air. That lady was talking rubbish about South Africans. We all know the slurs. She was talking rubbish, and I really wanted to educate her on that. Couldn't believe that she did that. But yeah, thank you for everything that you do, man.
Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate it coming on. Honestly, yo, W Josh in the comment section, everyone. W Josh in the comment section. Honestly, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Yo, thank you for the money gun. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm 21.
For sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
No, man. I just wanted to come on here and say free Palestine, man.
For sure. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Again, only send a guest request if you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
38.
For sure. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Shit, Eminem did it. I don't hear a whole bunch of white people mad because Eminem did it, and he's not black.
Yeah, so I mean, if Eminem did it, I think everyone here would want to call him out for that. Where did Eminem do that?
No, because he also called out the transgender community. He called out all the faggots. He called out all y'all pussy ass. Yeah, he did.
All he can say is slurs. Where I would love to see that because I would definitely call out them for saying that. But let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Are you driving?
I'm not.
It does sound like you're in a car, man.
All right, hold on. Let me step out real quick. I'm just sitting in the driveway.
Oh, okay, for sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Yeah.
What's up?
I said yes.
Doc, thank you so much. Yeah, so why so?
All right, so let me start off by saying, I think it's okay, but there's going to be ramifications, consequences adequate to what you say. So, but I think everybody has freedom of speech. Do I think it's wrong? Yes, morally, I think it's wrong.
Yeah, we're just looking for people who disagree. Appreciate you coming on. Only looking for people who disagree, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
For sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not part of the community?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Is there a way you can get rid of your background noise real quick?
Oh, yeah. Hold up.
For sure. So why do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not part of the community?
Because it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. How's it a big deal?
So do you think it's okay for a white person to say the N-word?
Yeah, it's a word.
Yeah, so you see no issue with a white person going up to someone who's black and calling them the N-word?
Yeah, I mean,
Appreciate
it's
the
the way.
subscription. Thank you so much.
It's the way you say it, though.
So there is something wrong with that?
No, it's just the way you say it, like how you're gonna say it. Like if you say it with like intent, like if you say it in a bad way, yeah. But if you're just like,
what do you mean in a bad way? That's kind of just like presupposing. So what's
hey,
considered
what's
bad?
up, mate? And you know, it's cool. But if you say, hey, what the fuck, and that's bad.
Yeah. So I have a question first, right? Did you know the battery changes on your smoke detector?
My battery. Oh yeah, I know. I changed it, but it's just what's it called?
Appreciate the hand art. Thank you.
The alarm system. But I do change them every year, every month, couple of months.
I don't know if it sounds like it.
Yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. Sorry. Back to the topic. So again, so you think it's okay to use, so you think it's not, what context do you think it's okay and what context do you not think it's okay?
In content, like if you're just saying it like to your friend, or you know, I think it's all right to say it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just it's just a word.
So I'm asking what
word.
context is it wrong, and you're not naming a context.
Well, someone's, I don't know, bro. It just depends.
You don't know. It depends on what context. That's what I'm asking you.
I mean,
do you think it's okay to go up to someone who's black as a white person and call them the N-word?
Just randomly?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's wrong, bro.
You do think it's wrong? Okay.
Like,
okay.
Hey, what's up, my nigga?
Yo, are you a part of? Are you black?
Yeah.
We can literally see your account, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Ethiopian. It's black.
I can't look at your page right now. I have no clue.
It's all good. But yeah, bro.
Chat. What is the determination? I don't know. You can click on his profile.
Mexican? Nah. I'm not Mexican. No, but I know Spanish. ¿Cómo estás, Parker? ¿Dónde estás, güey? Tú eres un pendejo.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna load up Athena real quick. I don't know.
Middle Eastern? No, I'm not Middle Eastern. Black. Yep, I am black.
Danish, Dimnanish?
Huh?
Danish, Dimnanish?
Oh, I don't know how to speak it, babe.
So you just lied. You're not Ethiopian. Why the fuck
Why?
did you just lie?
Do I have to speak it?
Yeah. What language do Ethiopians speak?
What language do they speak?
No, not him pausing. Oh my god, no. Not him pausing, trying to look it up, dude. I can't, bro. Yo, W Athena in the chat right now. Fucking everyone spam W Athena. Absolutely 8. Honestly, yo, he just disconnected, I think. I think he just disconnected. Chat, I can't. I actually cannot, dude. He dipped. He actually left. I can't do it, chat. Someone please save us. Oh my god.
Why did he lie?
It's Athena's laugh too. I can't. It's actually. I can't. That was probably oh my gosh. Like that hasn't happened in a minute. Like someone's been absolutely that embarrassed. Bro just got embarrassed so hard.
No, he wasn't. Why would he pretend to be Ethiopian? Help.
Yeah,
Nah,
literally to get away with it. Literally to try to get away with it. That's unbelievable.
Tried to, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna drop. So you
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Athena. W Athena's in the chat, everyone. W's Athena's in the chat. Holy shit, that was such a W, Chad. That was such a W. I'm not gonna lie. That was fucking wild. I'm gonna have to get that recording and send that to Athena and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the next person. Again, if you like my content, follow me. If you haven't already, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live, everyone. Let's try to get to 1.5 thousand shares. Again, if you like the content, follow me. If you haven't already, let me go into the next person. Again, only send a guest request. If you do disagree, everyone, we are just looking for some debates, y'all. All right, for some reason it didn't accept this person. We're going to go to the next. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
December.
Okay, for sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate high school?
This year.
Like you're about to, or you already did?
I already did.
You already did?
Yeah.
Really?
Fuck you, why be better? Suck my dick.
I fucking knew. I knew that would get him. I fucking knew it, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
What's your birth year?
2002.
Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not part of the community?
Only sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's all right depending on the situation.
What times?
Like if someone's fucking with you, or like if you're driving or something like that.
If someone's fucking with you, it's okay to say the N-word to them if you're white?
Yeah.
Why?
Doesn't even matter their race either.
Okay, so if they're black, you think it's okay to call them the N-word if you're driving?
Oh, especially if I'm driving, yes.
Why? Why specifically when you're driving?
You've never been driving and been cut off and you're just like, faggot!
Oh my god, appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. Like, does he like think that's funny? Does he like think that's funny? I actually don't get it. I don't get it, chat. We're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm old.
Yeah, do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community? Hello? You muted yourself.
Hello?
Yeah, do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm just looking for people to who disagree. I appreciate you coming on, though. Just looking for disagreeers, everyone. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Tap that screen in the meantime. Again, everyone, let's try to get to 1 million likes, y'all. All right, for some reason, it's not accepting this person. We're going to the next, everyone. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We're trying to get some debates up here, everyone. All right. W, old guy? No, seriously. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
For sure. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
Because you're a man looking... From the screen, I see a guy. I see a straight male.
And?
It's okay to use it. Because at the end of the... Honestly, I'm going to be straight up. I think there is no term for anything. Because at the end of the day, bro, I feel like everyone's here short term. You know what I mean? We're all going to die. Be prepared.
So why is it okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
I feel like it's okay because at the end of the day, you're just trying to get a point across to whoever it's going to be.
What point are you trying to get across?
To whoever the slur is being told to.
Okay, so if it is the case that someone makes fun of the fact that someone got graped, right, and they're trying to get a point across, is that okay?
Rape? Do you say rape?
Graped, yeah, because you can't say R word. You can't say that word. It's TikTok TOS.
It depends what kind of slur you're referring to. I thought you were talking about like the LGBT.
I'm not using a slur in this context, right? I'm just saying anything. You just said I'm just saying the reasoning that you just applied to slurs also applies to other circumstances.
But grape is not a slur; it's a term. It's a word.
I know I've never said it was a slur, right?
But
I'm
why
not
you-
saying. I'm saying that again. If you're just trying to get your point across, is it not wrong? Because that's that same reasoning that you just applied to say that it was okay to use slurs also applies to other things.
If it applies to other things, how do you compare the two as being similar? How
because
does
it's the
grape
same
be
reasoning.
similar to the LGBT? That's a whole different.
It's the same. No, it's the same reasoning
that
that you applied, right? Your conditions. It would meet your conditions.
It's offensive.
What the fuck? So do you want to give a response? You got anything?
I feel like at the end of the day, bro, like I genuinely feel at the end of the day. Hold on. Bro, that makes no sense though. Like those are two different things, honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly what an analogy is. Okay, that's exactly what testing your logical consistency does. Okay, they use
Analogy
different
is two
circumstances,
things
but they
that go
compare.
together.
Yeah, they compare one specific thing, i.e., the reasoning in this scenario.
Grape. If someone got grape, so you're telling me if someone
No,
got
I
grape,
can't-
what
what's-
slur am I using towards them? So
Again,
you're saying
there's
grape
not a
is
slur in that scenario. I'm not saying it's a slur. I've said multiple times it's not a slur. I'm comparing the conditions and the reasoning that you gave to me. And what was the conditions and the reasoning that you gave to me? That it's okay to do something so long as it's, say something so long as it's has like a point behind it. Okay. In this scenario, a person has a point behind this. Is it wrong for them to do this?
I feel like at the end of the day, bro, it's okay to use the slurs, bro, because in reality, though,
Can you answer my question?
yeah, no one is confused, bro. There's only two genders. There's one male, one female. At the end of the day, if you
Male
want
and
to
female are sexes. They're not even a gender. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you answer my question, please?
bro,
At the end of the day, it seems like you don't have an answer to the question.
I'm literally telling you the answer, and you keep blowing it off topic. I'm
What
telling
answer
I'm telling
did
you
you give
the
me?
answer, and you're like going off topic because you don't want
What
to hear
answer
the
did you
answer.
give me?
I literally said, bro, genders, there's only male and female.
I didn't bring up gender.
But it has something to do with like this, you know what? It has to,
No, it
bro,
doesn't.
Bro, if I was to call you a bag, but with the F, is that a slur?
Yes.
Okay, then so with the gender, if you
Why couldn't
call
you just say the
yourself-
F slur?
Because you said grape. Why couldn't you just say rape?
Because TikTok TOS.
Yeah, and TikTok does the same thing with fag. So
Yeah, oh my god, bro. Like why do they do this? Why do they do this, chat? What is wrong with people? Like bro, sorry, there was like a fly or something, chat. There's literally like a fly. I don't know what it was. We're going to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we're just looking for some debates, everyone. Only send a guest request if you think that it's okay. Oh, we got a truck, chat. We got a truck. What's how old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
23.
Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
A part of which community?
A part of the community in which it applies to.
I'd say, yeah, freedom of speech.
I'm not arguing in terms of legality. I'm saying in terms, do you think it's like wrong to use a slur?
I mean, there are certain ones, yeah, but like, for example, the most one you hear, the N-word. Sorry, I'm trying to put my speech together so I don't, get anyone banned. But I mean, that's bad. I'd say that's bad to use, but I mean, I use it all the time, So it don't really matter.
So if it's bad to use and you think that you shouldn't use it, why do you use it?
Well, sometimes I like to write it down if I need to get it out. So
not the Theo Von joke,
Nigger.
please, dude. Why are people like this? I fucking knew it when I saw the truck, chat. I knew it when I saw the truck. Like I can't do it it's like actually unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's
How old are you?
I've been on your show before. 30.
Oh, have you been on this topic before?
No, I've been on the show before.
Oh, okay. Do you think that it's
Remember
okay
we
to
were
use
talking
slurs
about
if
the
you?
fetus, and I told you it looked cool.
Sure, yeah. Do you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
So it's okay to use a slur if you're a part of any community, one community uses slurs against another community. That's how people separate each other. It's not okay. You shouldn't use slurs because a slur actually takes a word and takes all of its meaning away. For example, the 3-letter GAY word. Originally, you know what that meant, right? That means you're happy.
Can you re-say what you just said? Can you say that again?
So
I
the
don't know what you're
3-letter
saying right now.
GAY word,
Like,
right?
slurs are not used to separate people. Slurs are meant to discriminate and like be derogatory towards people.
Yes, that's true, but slurs are also meant to confuse people, see, because some people end up using slurs and they don't even know what they mean, you see? And then you go so far as you go a little further down the road and you realize that people are using a slur and they don't know how to spell it. And so then it does become a complete slur because it's a misspelled word used as a slur.
No, we're not. Oh my god, we're not saying. Oh my god, bro. Are you?
That's what we're saying, Parker. That's exactly what we're saying. You don't like it. So
No,
agree to
I'm
disagree.
talking about like the
Okay?
N word.
If someone
the
comes
F
on here
slur.
on your show,
I'm not talking
if
about you
someone comes
slurring
onto
your
your
words because you're
platform,
drunk, bro.
if someone's, I'm completely sober, Parker. Please do not insult me. Do not assume.
I can't do the trolls today. The trolls today are wild. The trolls today are so wild. We're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I don't even know, bro. Like, to be honest with you, but listen, hey, honestly,
That kid's not a day over 13 years old. Not a day over 13. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 26.
For sure. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
To be honest, I really think it depends. If we're talking about the same slur that the past 4 people just talked about, then I think it's okay when it's in a song, to be completely honest with you. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous that girls go on TikTok and they like mouth the word. Like, that's actually, to me, that seems like it's a little bit more like you're actually dragging it out and you're making it to be like more than what it is. Because it's in a song, like you could say it. Like when you go to a concert, what are you going to do? Not say that word?
You shouldn't mouth it. You shouldn't say it, right? You should just stop saying anything, all right, and then continue. It's called censoring yourself. It's not difficult.
Okay,
I think that you're above kindergarten. I think that you can censor yourself in circumstances. Do you like not say like curse words around your parents?
Some rap songs, it's...
Do you say curse words around your parents?
Yeah, I do. I live in Philly.
You do?
So.
Did you always say curse words around your parents?
I mean, not when I was younger, but we're adults.
So
now.
you were able to refrain yourself as a child from saying those words around your parents?
Yeah, but like I'm saying, if it's in a song...
So you're saying that you're not as capable as you were when you were a child?
Listen, when you live in Philly, I see the comments, you know. It's being like... It's way more than just in songs.
Yeah, and that's bad. It's because it's so normalized in society. That's exactly why we're having this conversation today. Because we're arguing against this.
There's some kids that I know that are friends with people that are African American, and they are fine with it. It just depends.
Yeah, so just because some black people are okay with it doesn't mean that it is okay to use if you're not a part of the community.
No,
it is the case that the overwhelming majority of black people think it's not okay to use, especially if you're not a part of the community. I mean, when you're not a part of the community, not especially.
Like that brings me back to my point from the beginning, though. When it's in a song, or if you're just going, if you're friends with somebody, I don't know. I don't really know how to like put it. I mean, I think like a lot of people would understand what I'm saying. It depends on how you're using it. Like a lot of people said.
Again, so like if it is the case that someone is joking about like grape within a song, is that okay?
I don't understand that grape whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying, is there anything that would be considered bad, right, that you could say in the context of a song?
It depends on what song you're talking about. Is there a specific song that you like could...
I'm not referencing a specific song. I'm saying what is permissible in a song. If it is the case that they're just joking or making claims about that, right, talking about that, is it wrong?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm saying that if you're...
Is there anything you can say in the context of music that could be considered wrong?
No.
No, there's nothing. Okay, so you can make jokes about grape in the context of like what's it called? Like songs.
I
You
don't
can
think
joke
there-
about
I don't
genocide in the
think there's
context of songs.
jokes. There's not really jokes in songs. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You can talk. So yeah, you're saying that it's never the case that you have jokes in songs. That's not true.
I literally don't know what you're talking about jokes and songs. And song lyrics, there's jokes.
Yeah. So let's say like in between, like they're between the lyrics, right? They have something that says like a joke about someone, right? If it's the context of a song, right? Because it's supposed to be like an inner thing between like the different verses. Appreciate the little crown. Thank you so much. Is it okay to do that because
don't
it's in the
know.
context of a song?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. If you could let somebody else up to like,
I don't see how what I'm saying is confusing.
I don't get it.
What about what I said was confusing? That was not complicated at all. Appreciate the hanging lights. Thank you so much.
Put somebody else on then to explain because I don't know.
Appreciate the little crown. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know what you mean by grape either still.
You don't?
No.
Take away the G.
Okay.
It's TikTok TOS to say.
Okay. And what about that?
Yeah, if someone makes a joke about that in the context, is joking about essay okay in the context of a song because it's in a song?
No, I don't even think that would be in a song.
If it was in a rap song, right, would it be okay?
No, I mean that's
no.
weird.
Okay, so there are things that you can say within the context of songs that are bad. So do you think it's okay to say slurs? Like in general, outside of the context of songs?
It depends on what you're using it for still.
So it depends on what you're using it for. What do you mean? What context does it depend on?
Literally what you're using it for.
Can you tell me what context? What can you use it for that would mean that it's okay, and what can you use it for that means it's not okay?
Songs, if you are friends with people that are and they're okay with it, like you go up to somebody like, hey, like, what's up? Like, they do it all the time in Philly, New York. I know they do. You can't tell me they don't.
Yeah, no, just because it is happening doesn't mean it should happen.
I don't think
That would be a
girls-
naturalistic fallacy.
I don't think girls really, well, girls that I know don't use the word at all. It's more boys. Like, it's more of a boy thing to do and like go up to each other like, yo, what's up? Like, I don't like say that. Like, I'm a girl.
Why don't you say it?
Because I'm a girl, I don't have to use that word like to greet my
Just
friends.
because you're a girl doesn't mean you. So, but do you think it's wrong to say?
Yeah, it still is. If you're using it towards somebody in a like insulting way, yes.
If you're not using it in an insulting way, do you use it in non-insulting ways?
No, I don't use the word. I just say it in songs and stuff. That's what I'm trying to say.
So why won't you use the word in a non-offensive way outside of the context of songs?
Huh?
Why would you use it why wouldn't you use it in a non-offensive way outside the context of songs?
Why wouldn't I use it in a non-offensive way outside the context of songs? What do you mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Like, what's the reason why you wouldn't?
I just
Because you think it's wrong?
I don't use the word. I just
You
don't.
think it's wrong to use the word?
It's wrong. It's unclear.
Okay. So if you think it's wrong to use the word, then why do you think it's okay in the context of songs?
Because it's in their lyrics and you like the song. You like.
So
the
joke that I just
like
brought up in the
song.
context of the song, that's also in the lyrics.
I think it's a little bit. What I'm saying is, I think it's a little over dramatic to like skip over the word. I think it's a little bit over dramatic. That's all I'm saying, and I don't think
How is that over dramatic?
It's just over dramatic to me.
How?
It's in a song.
So?
Okay, you like the artist, you like the song. Like you're gonna skip over that word every single time.
Yes.
I think it's making it
Yes,
more.
every single time. Yes.
Okay, well the artist didn't put it in his song to be offensive though.
What?
The artist didn't put that word in his song to be offensive. So why can't you say it?
If someone made a song about graping someone, right, and didn't make it to be quote unquote offensive, right? Is it okay?
I don't know what you mean by that. Like no rapper or artist makes songs to be offensive. Like
So is it okay for someone to do that? Yes or no?
is it okay for somebody to do what? Reframe your sentence. Like
Is it okay for someone to make a song about graping someone?
About graping somebody. What does graping mean? Somebody please.
Oh my gosh, take away the G. What does it say? Don't say it out loud. What does it say?
I know what it says, but I still don't know what that means.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Not engaging in non-consentful intercourse.
Oh.
Like forcing someone to engage in intercourse with you.
Yeah.
How do you not know what that? What?
What's that have to do with this word, though? What does that have to do
Oh
with
my
the
gosh,
word?
I'm just establishing that you think that things that we would consider to be bad are still bad within the context of songs. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but a rapper doesn't
So if you
put that
consider using a
song.
slur wrong outside of the context of songs, why do you consider it okay in the context of songs? That's kind of my point.
Because the rapper's not putting it in his song saying that he's anything about SA. Like, what?
There are some people that absolutely have talked about it.
Okay. Yeah, then that's weird. Are you talking
And,
about like...
no, do you think it's bad?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So even in the context of songs, you think it's bad. So why do you think it's okay to say slurs again given that you're white in the context of songs?
Because that's not the same thing as SA at all. That's not the same...
I never said this is the same thing. Give me the relevant distinction. Insofar as that one should be considered okay to do, the other one shouldn't be okay to do. Given that you consider both to be bad.
It's bad depending on how you use it. SA isn't.
Huh?
It's... Oh my God. Maybe I said that the opposite way. I don't even know what I just said. But maybe I said it like the opposite way around. Rappers put that in their songs with no intentions of it being... Like,
yeah, if they put this in their song with no intention of being offensive, appreciate the Forever Us. Thank you so much. It's still bad, right?
No, it's not.
No?
If it's in their song.
So you think it's okay for them to make a song about graping someone?
I don't know what the correlation is between those two. Though I don't get what you mean. So you could get me off.
Let me clarify one more time, right? It is something that you consider bad outside of the context of songs and inside of the context of songs, right? And because you consider it bad outside of the context of songs, you consider it bad in the context of songs. So if it is the case that you consider slurs outside of the context of songs to be bad, but then why don't you consider them inside of the context of songs to be bad as well?
I don't know what you mean. Like,
Chad, did I say something that was confusing there? I need a yes or no in the comment section real quick. No? Yes? Okay, so I got a few yeses.
I didn't even hear you talk about the whole grape thing like before this. So like I'm kind of like lost.
Again, right? You consider it to be bad in the context of songs because you consider it to be bad outside of the context of songs, right?
No, I still don't even know what you mean by that, because what I'm saying is I think that it's okay if you're using it in a non-offensive way.
Okay. So if they make a song about graping someone and they did so in a quote unquote non-offensive way in terms of their own head, in terms of their own intent, does it make it okay?
If we're talking about that, that's a completely different subject. No.
Okay, give me the relevant distinction.
One is a rapper putting a word in his song that's in every other song of
Both
his.
of them are rappers. Both of them are rappers. Appreciate the paper crane. Thank you.
Can you put somebody else in the box?
Do you really not want to answer that bad? Like you can't attest for the shit that you say?
Like I really don't know what you mean.
Again, I literally have clarified. I've said it. I don't know how to clarify it even further. What did I say that didn't make sense?
Because you're comparing a rapper talking about SA, and they're talking about a rapper putting in.
What is the reason why you consider that circumstance bad? Because it's bad outside of the context of songs, right? Because it has negative implications on people.
Are you
right?
talking about SA right now, or are you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking about the SA circumstance. You consider making a song about that bad because of that reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that is the reasoning why you consider it to be bad, why don't we also apply that in the context of the slurs here?
You can if you want, but I'm just saying it's a little overboard to be
No,
like,
using your same reasoning, it would say that it's wrong to use slurs here.
no, because if that was in a, if
Literally, it
something
would.
about SA was in a song, I wouldn't really support that artist, to be completely honest. If you're saying,
So you
okay,
shouldn't.
remember the song with Rick Ross?
What's up?
Saying, remember the song with Rick Ross saying like he slipped like MMOLLI? I don't know if I could even say it. In the girl's
Millie?
drink. All right. See this song with Rick Ross saying he slipped it, whatever, in the girl's drink?
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about? Like something like that?
yeah, that's something like that. Yeah, like that's an example.
Okay, yeah, that's weird. Like every time that part came on, I was like, okay, that's weird.
No, do you think it's bad?
Do I think it's bad? Yeah, obviously, weird.
Yeah, okay. So things. Okay, so the point that we'd make here with people saying who are engaging in rap is that they're a part of the community. If you're black and you're saying the N-word, right, there's nothing wrong with that because you're reclaiming the word that was applied to your community, the community that you're a part of, right? So that there's nothing like an issue with there. Okay, we're talking about people who are not a part of the community using the terminology. Right, so you as someone who's white using the terminology would be considered bad.
I just don't think it's bad if it's in a song and you're singing the lyrics.
So again, is it so if someone is making a song about grape and then you're singing the lyrics, you think that's okay?
No, I think you're weird if you still support the artist. That's a totally different subject, once again.
So the point is pretty clear then, right? That so if a white person said the N-word in a song, would you sing it?
If a white person, so like the guy said Eminem did, even though I don't even really know his songs.
Yeah, if there was a song where a white person said the N-word, would you say it?
I mean, it's a freaking song. It's a song. It's not meant. It's not
So you
directly
would.
to be offensive. It wasn't in the lyrics originally to be directly.
So why would you support an artist like that? Appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much, Dalton.
Why would I support an artist like what?
Yeah, why would you support an artist like that?
Like I said before, if you're not using it in an offensive way, if it's in a lyric of a song, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, like, we don't honestly have, like...
Yeah, so you just brought up the same argument that you didn't use against the scenario in which there was grape, right? Again, it's a song in that scenario, yet we consider it to be wrong. I appreciate the bold and Calderon. Thank you so much. So again, if you consider it to be wrong for a white person to say the N-word, again, then you should still not support the artist here. But yet you said you would say it.
I just said that even if you are white, you shouldn't have to mouth and, like, lip sync the friggin' lyrics for that one part. It's a little...
You shouldn't lip sync it and you shouldn't mouth it. You should just simply not say it. Close your mouth.
Oh my God. This song...
Literally, it's not difficult.
When the song
I've listened to songs that have the N-word in it. And you want to know what I do? I shut my mouth. I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. I'd be quiet. It's not very difficult. It's really easy. You just close your mouth.
I can guarantee you that most rappers would agree that they don't care if white people sing along to that part. I can tell you right now.
I don't even think that that's true. Could you give me any evidence of that? And then two, even if that is the case, it's not even gonna be applicable because then we're talking about an overwhelming majority of black people say it's wrong for people who are not a part of the community.
I never thought it was.
You never thought what was?
I never thought it was wrong for you to say it if it's in a song.
Well, you should think that. That's
That
kind of
was
the
my
point.
original statement. If it's in a song and it's in a lyric, it was never intended to be offensive.
Yeah, so then you're okay with people singing songs in which talk about graping people, right? Because it's just a song. Or that talk about genocide and say that, like, talk about them engaging in genocide themselves.
That's not the same. It's just not the same.
So can you give me the relevant distinction?
I already did. For the 15th time, a rapper made the song with no intentions for it to be...
This is no intentions here. Again, I remember I'm saying that this is no bad intentions.
If a rapper's saying that he slipped something in a girl's drink, which is what the other scenario that you're mentioning would be, then yes, that is wrong. That is wrong. Like, what are you
Let's say that he didn't have bad intentions in his own head. I think he has bad intentions. I think it's bad, right? I think
Obviously,
there's a
you
bad
can't
impact as
assume
well.
if
But he
you're
doesn't think that.
something in the
He
middle
doesn't
of
think
the
that.
drink.
Well, I think that you have bad intent when you're using when you think when you're using the N word in the context of a song, right? But the thing is, you don't think that you do.
Huh?
Oh my gosh. Is there anything else you want to talk about or add?
No, people are saying in the comments I'm excusing racism or something. When no, I'm not at all. I'm not
You
racist.
literally are, like, unironically are. But it's just like I don't know. It's just like the hamster's not running fast enough. You know what I mean? The hamster wheel is not moving very quickly. They must have got a cast on one of the legs, you know? It's stuck. It is stuck, chat. That's so unfortunate. We're going to go to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
December.
Oh, you're the same person from earlier?
No,
No? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was, but I'm guessing he is. 04 December, like. All right, we're going to go to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, if you think that it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community, everyone. This is 18 and is about. Who knows? Who knows? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
52. How old are you?
For sure. Are you driving?
Nope.
Okay. Do you think it's okay to use slurs if you're not a part of the community?
I think it's okay to use slurs. If everybody uses slurs. See, here's the problem. Is we have all these rappers and different people in different communities that set the premise, that set the example, but yet they don't want other people to follow their example. That's my problem with it. Slurs are bad. If it's bad for one, it's bad for all. So for you to sit there and try to segregate a word because of the community, then the community shouldn't say it themselves, and then it makes somebody else not to say it because they're setting the example. That's the problem. I can say it, but you can't. No, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
So what do you mean by segregate? Because when we're relating to this is just simply saying that since they're part of the community, since their community has specifically been affected by this
See,
one,
that's the problem.
this would be an
It's
act
not
of
a part.
this would be an act of
It's not a part of
reclamation.
being a community. It's not part of being a part of a community or a race. If it's a wrong word, it's a wrong word. It's not good
It's
for
wrong for
one.
someone to use in the context in which they are not a part of the community. That's the
It
point we're
doesn't matter
saying.
if they're part of the community at all. If it's the wrong word for one, it's the wrong word for everybody. If it's a
That's not
right
true.
word for
That's
one,
not true. So
it
this
is
would be
true. See, that's the
no?
problem. It's everybody tries to put people on a pedestal and say, well, because you're part of a black community or an Asian, it's okay
Yeah,
for you to
because this
speak
word
that
has
way.
specifically historically been used to target your particular community, you can say the word. Yeah.
No, you can't. Because what you're doing is setting the example for the future to keep saying it. If you want the words to disappear, quit using them. Don't use them as a term of endearment. It's not. If you say it's in a term of endearment for me, but not for you, no, then you're setting yourself above and saying, I'm special, I can use it. No, no, no. We're all created with the same equal rights, and that's to be respectful and to love and to not spread hate. But when you try to say it's okay for one and not the other, then that's like being a hypocrite. You're
No, it's not,
segregating
because we're giving a
the
reason.
races. No, 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 no.
No. We're
See,
giving a reason, and stop saying it's not segregating, dude. You saying that this is segregating is absolutely ridiculous if you're comparing it to segregation. That's actually
no, no, no. What I'm
unbelievable.
saying is that
Right? The notion
you're
here is that
separating
this
the
particular
races.
community,
No, 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 no.
we're
Because you're trying to
saying
say
that.
it's okay for one to say it, not for
So
the other, and it's not.
yeah, and we gave a reason. What was the reason?
It doesn't matter what the
It
reason is.
does.
If
It
it's
does
good for
matter.
one, it's not good for the other. All
It
right.
does
So let me
matter.
ask you this
So
question here.
no. We gave a reason. Why? If you can't respond to my reason, then there's going to be no movement in this conversation.
5 miles an hour. No, listen now. Don't get upset and cut somebody off because I disagree with you. What I'm saying is that if it's bad for one, it's bad for
It's
all.
lagging
Just
on your
like
end. That's why.
speeding. It's just this simple. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just like speeding. If the speed limit's 55 and you do 56, then you're speeding. If you do under, then you're not. You can't say, well, I wasn't speeding because I'm a cop. No, you were still speeding. You was breaking the law. It's still wrong. That's the same word. That's the same way with using any slang word that people
So
find
what about the
offensive. If
ambulance?
you
What about
don't
the
want to
police?
use,
What about the police? What about the ambulance?
okay, police and ambulance have a right to drive by law 15
Oh!
miles over the posted speed limit.
Oh! No
Oh my!
way!
Oh yeah, but they're only doing it because they're trying to save lives. You're saying because you're black, you can use the
Oh, okay.
N-word?
So like, no, they do it even in the
No.
context of not saving a life. Okay. So it is the case that again, there can be reasons that are justified insofar as that a particular community can violate the original rule. Because we're not, hold up. Let me finish. We're not establishing a principle here. I'm not saying it's wrong in all circumstances to use these particular terms. I'm saying it's wrong for people who are not a part of the community. That's my claim. I'm not making a principled assertion in terms of every single individual saying it's wrong.
Okay, but I'm looking at it as a whole. So if you're saying it's okay for one to say it because they're of a certain race, then it's okay for everybody because we're all people. Now, do we not sit there and say that we should love people no matter what their differences is? But if you're saying that one person is special because they choose to have a different opinion, they choose to be something that they're not, or they make a choice on something that they should be special, and if words are used and it's okay for one person to use it, it's okay for all. That's the only distinction I'm trying to make. You can't have it both ways to say it's okay for one to use it, but then not everybody else. Because then you're setting somebody else apart, saying, well, they're better than the next race or they're better than the next person because they have the right to say it because of the way they were born or how they were born or what race they was born into. Fact is, a slaying is a slaying. You can't set an example and then chastise or demonize somebody for following the example that was set.
Yeah,
I.e., you can't have a song that uses the N-word 12 times and then get mad at somebody that sings the song
Yes, you
because
can.
it's the song. No, you can't.
Now, let me explain why. Because the example that the individual is setting in that scenario is not for people not a part of the community using the term. It's people who are part of the community using the term. And again, you making the claim, let me finish. You making the claim that specifically, if it is okay for one person, it's okay for everyone, right? Then you would be saying, if it's okay for cops and ambulance, right, to speed, then it's okay for everyone to speed. Is that your worldview?
Okay. Is it okay for everybody to speak? No.
Oh, there we go. So it is the case that specific scenarios, there can be good enough reasons to indicate a distinction in the way that we treat different communities. Here, it is the case that one particular community was historically disadvantaged by the use of this particular term. Therefore, they have the ability to use this term in terms of us saying it's completely okay, right? It would be wrong in the context of a person who's not a part of this community because there is no historical precedence for it being used against their community to unjustly treat them. So this isn't a double standard. Hold on. This isn't a double standard. It's simply saying you're not a part of the community and it didn't impact you historically speaking, therefore it's not going to be something that you should be able to use now. That's the point.
Okay, so the point is, though, is that if you have a police officer that's in the point of doing their job and they have to get to a call, that's the only reason they can do it. Other than that, no. But if you're trying to say it's okay to use certain words because you're black or white or Asian or what have you, if it's offensive, it's offensive. So once again, I say, if you set the example, don't get mad for people to follow it. Now, I've never read a disclaimer on a song that said,
hey man, I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to cut you off repeatedly over and over again, but I just explained this, and then you made the exact same point we just explained and we just went over. Did you listen to anything I just said?
I fundamentally disagree with your opinion that.
Then what'd you disagree with? Give me the reason that you disagree with it.
Because if we're people, and if we are of this world, and if I say something and I'm fine with it, you should have the same right to say it. It doesn't matter what race you are.
I gave you a response. I said you are not a part of the community that has been unjustly treated throughout the context.
But I am part of the community. I'm a person. I'm a human being.
No, because it's not just a person.
Hold up, man. You look at everything. I don't.
No, what you're not acknowledging is the history behind these particular terms and how it's impacted people on the basis of race. The same way that if I was acknowledging the way that women have been treated historically speaking, right, in terms of it being different than men, that does not mean I'm being sexist because I'm understanding the fact that women have been oppressed throughout the context of history. Same thing we can acknowledge within the context of race, right? It is the case that people throughout the context of history in the United States, right, have been historically disadvantaged utilizing this particular term. And that is why it's okay for individuals who are part of this particular community to use this particular term, right? You are not a part of the community, therefore it's not okay for you to use the term. I'm giving you reasoning. If you don't want to respond to my reasoning, instead you just want to restate the original point that you made that doesn't take into account the reasons that I just provided, well, then there's going to be no movement within the context of this conversation at all. You can unmute, by the way. I send you the invite. Thank you, Taishi. I appreciate the cat. Thank you so much.
Hey, I got a question for you. If you're always looking backwards, can you ever see forward?
I'm not only looking backwards. Right,
No,
I am looking backwards and forwards.
It's a yes or no question. You've been doing this all night long. Answer yes or no. If you constantly
I am looking backwards and forwards.
Can you look forward? No.
Yeah, what you just created is a false dichotomy. Okay,
No,
you're
it's
saying
not a
it's
false
either that you
dichotomy.
only look back or you only look forward, and that is a false dichotomy.
If you only look backwards, can you see forward?
It is a false dichotomy. That's a fallacy. A false dichotomy fallacy is essentially saying that you're saying that it's only the case that it can go this way or the other way, when in reality it is the case that it can be more. They can be true simultaneously.
Okay, so
I don't ask questions of the yes or no that can be true simultaneously, because a yes or no when it relates to a proposition. Wait, hold on. A yes or no or a true or false when it relates to a proposition cannot be true and false. It cannot be true and false simultaneously, because that would entail a contradiction. What I just said doesn't entail a contradiction.
Okay. Once again, I restate what you did with the girl with the grape word. You kept asking the same question to confuse her. My question to you was simple. If you're looking backwards, can you see forward? No, you can only see one direction at one time. So as a people, as a group of people, if we constantly are looking back, we can never move forward. And that's the problem. We're constantly trying to separate and say it's okay for one to do it, but not the other. We need to look at it and say it's not okay, period. It doesn't matter, because we're people. We should love and respect each other. You can't say that's what's wrong with the world now, and our views is we try to make it pretty and rosy for everybody and make everybody's feelings happy, when we just say no is no, yes is yes. So if it's not okay for one, it can't be okay for the other. It doesn't matter how you're born into it, what race you are, because you can't set an example. And I know I've said it more than times than I should have, but if you can't set an example and then turn around and say you can't follow my example, that's all I'm saying to you.
Again, you have misunderstood everything that I've said. I literally responded to you and you didn't listen to this. I said the example that's being set up. Well, you're not listening, because I just explained this. The example that we are setting up, thank you for the hand, I appreciate it. The example that we are setting up is not people who are not a part of the community saying the term. It's people who are part of the community saying the word, as is based on the idea of reclamation. That is not a double standard here, as that same standard would apply to white people. It's just there's not a particular word in which has been used here, right, to again discriminate on the basis of them being white, or to discriminate on that notion. So if that is the case,
and what about the word onky, but you put an H in front of it? People use it all the time, but
appreciate the gem gun. Thank you so much.
It's a word.
What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, the word honky. People use it all the time. Or
what is that supposed to be referred to? Cracker's not a slur.
Oh, cracker is a slur for a white guy.
No, it's not.
How old
because
are you?
It's not been historically used. 2002. It has not historically been used to disadvantage.
Okay.
It has not been historically used to disadvantage a particular community and unjustly treat them or oppress them. That's not the case at all.
It's a slur. You said it's slur.
No, it's not.
Okay. It's a slur.
No, it's not.
It is a slur.
What's a slur? Define.
The fact of the matter is, when people use slurs all the time, they just have a lack of the English language, because they try to make something more than what it is. It's not okay to use slurs, period. It's not okay for one to use slurs and then the other two. So the whole thing of you saying it's okay,
you keep saying the same thing and not responding to anything.
Well, that's because you're trying to push forward your example only, and you did it with several other callers. It's either your way or none. You're not listening to anybody else's reason, because you're already set in your.
I am. I actually gave you responses to every single thing you said. I told you that it was a false dichotomy. I gave you many scenarios in which indicated, right?
And
again,
that's your
clearly,
of it. It's not a false dichotomy.
It absolutely is a false dichotomy. I gave you a reason as to why it was a false dichotomy, because you're saying that the only way that you could analyze a particular circumstance is by either looking at the past or just looking at the future. When in reality, you can look at both the past and the future to analyze a particular circumstance. stance. I gave you
Okay, once
reasons.
again,
I gave
I
you a
asked the
response. Let me finish. I gave you reasons.
Okay.
I gave you a response, and you simply have not responded to anything yet restated the
I
exact same
responded to
initial claim.
everything. I'm just
Respond to what I just said then.
responding to what you
Again,
want
respond to
me
the fact that I called it a false dichotomy, and respond to the reasons I gave as to why it's a false dichotomy.
Listen, I'm just going to go back to my same premise. I'm not going to get off.
No, tell me why it's not a false. Tell me why it's not a
You
false
asked
dichotomy.
a simple question. Why do you think it's okay to use slurs?
No, why is it not a false dichotomy? Tell me right now.
No, you sit here and say.
Tell me
your
right now. We
question
can talk about that here in a
why
second,
do
Vincent.
you
We can talk
think
about that in a
it's
second.
okay? No, what I'm
Vincent,
telling you
answer
is
my
this
question right
here.
now. Vincent, if you
Answer
don't
my
do it, I'm going to
question.
go on to the next person. I'm not wasting any more
If you
time.
need to
Answer my
go,
question.
That's fine, because you're not going to change my mind. It's not okay to use
Yeah,
slurs
because you have
regardless
confirmation
of what
bias.
race you are.
You have
Huh?
confirmation bias. That's why I can't change your mind.
No, I'm not confirmation bias. I just know that if it's wrong for one, it's wrong for everybody, and you think it's not wrong.
I'm giving you.
that's
So
the
no.
fundamental-
Go back to the reason that you just Oh, he just left. I didn't kick him out, by the way. He just literally left. But yeah, I don't know why he just left. If he wants to send a guest request back, I'll accept him back. I don't know why Vincent just left. But yeah, in the meantime, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live. Let's try to get it out to more people. Let's try to get to 2,000 shares. Everyone copy link, send it to a few friends. I guess we're going to go on to the next person. I don't see him in the guest box, everyone. I don't know why he just left. That was super random. That was like a weird time for him to leave. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree, if you think that it's okay to use slurs, if you're not in the community, everyone.